मैं जा रहा हूँ अंदर देखने देखना क्या चीज़ें होती है पूछ लेना मुझे बोलते
साइड वाटर पे आते हैं, वाटर जो होता है जितने एसिड आप सिंपली अगर डेली लाइफ के एग्जाम्पल लेना चाहो तो सिट्रिक एसिड लेमन तो वो भी ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं है तो उसका कलर
बस ठीक है ब्रदर, थोड़ा सा आना बैक लाइट लो।
ऑटोग्राफ लगे रहते हैं बहुत सारे
यहाँ पे आ जाओ थोड़ी
सर लाइक कर दे
आप कॉल करो।
क्यों रेंज नहीं आती इधर आ
चल और सारे हट गए
75 GB उठ गया एक मिनट भैया यहाँ पे मैं सेटिंग
Rows from starting from the second row, and kindly keep this row empty, first row empty for dress and organizing committee. Thank you. I request all of you to kindly get seated. प्रियंका Gndu एंथम प्ले करते रहो चले जाएंगे नहीं देखना नानक नाम
नंबर है वाला चलता है इधर ना
सदा सदा
मैं वेख लिया पता नहीं अच्छा ठीक है फिर महीने वाला देखना पैना भी कहता है तेरे को फोन है सारे प्लानिंग रिकॉर्डिंग चल रही है, रिकॉर्डिंग ऑन है। वो बोल रहे हैं आने वाले बस करते हैं।
कोई भी बात पानी वॉशरूम रिगार्डिंग
Hello. All of you kindly maintain the decorum of the place, and if you have any issue regarding anything, you can ask the organizing team members if they have this regard. So kindly.
एक और फोटो खिंचवाना सर।
ठेका लिया नाटक होता ठेका लिया कल ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਏ
that has reduced a lot
ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਹੋ ਹੀ ਸਕਦਾ।
Meeting you, sir. Thank you. Oh, very kind of you. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Namaskar. Welcome. Where meeting you, sir? Vigyan Namaskar. Oh, I heard about it. Yes. Dr. Parminder, he is the head department computer science. Okay. Dr. Malveer from pharmaceutical. Dr. Awais from chemistry. And here is our organizer. Yeah. इनसे संपर्क में पहले से.
आइए सर.
Dr. Spencer from physics.
Are we ready? Are we ready there?
Yes.
आ जाओ अंदर आ जाओ, अंदर आ जाओ भैया। यहाँ से पूरी टेबल
Science and Technology and Vigyan Prasar. So I request our Dean Academic Affairs, Professor Hardeep Singh, to kindly welcome our Chief Guest, Professor Dinesh Singh. now request Professor D.P. Singh, Head of the Physics Department, to kindly come on stage to say a few words about the department.
Thank you, Dr. Vidya. Respected Padam Shri Professor Dinesh Singh Ji, Chancellor K.R. Mangalam University, Professor Hardeep Singh Ji, Dean Academic Affairs of this university, teachers from participating institutes, as well as teachers from our university, dear students and members of the media. It's a pleasure to have you here for the celebration of Science Week 2022 in the 75th year of independence. Let me introduce you to the Department of Physics, Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar. The Department of Physics was introduced in 1972 to teach physics to undergraduate students admitted in the university campus. Independent teaching in the department was started in the year 1979, and graduation, post-graduation, MPhil and doctorate level studies were introduced in the department. Currently, Department of Physics is running MSc 5-year integrated course under the scheme of Honor School, MSc Physics, which caters to the students who graduate from colleges and PhD program. Currently, we have 15 regular faculty members. All have done their PhDs and are actively engaged in research of their respective areas. Department is funded with FIST, SAP, PERS, RUSA and many other research grants from UGC, DST, CSIR, BRNS and other agencies. Department was part of UGC Center for Excellence in Material Science. Our department is actively engaged in research in material science, plasma physics, environmental radioactivity, nuclear and atomic physics. The department faculty has many research collaborations with various national and international research establishments. We are having state-of-the-art infrastructure for material preparation, characterization, and simulation in theoretical and experimental physics. The students completing even their post-graduation from our department are well trained and have real hands-on experience with various experimental and theoretical research techniques and tools. Ultimately, the students which are produced from the department are absorbed, and that is a big asset for the department also. Our students are mainly absorbed in teaching, industry and research fields. Of course, some students join defense and other allied services. Among our prominent alumni, one Dr. Gurtej Singh Sandhu is one of the top 7 prolific inventors in the world with 1,382 US utility patents. is alumni of our department. Another alumni is Professor Arvind. He is currently Vice-Chancellor of Punjab University, Patiala. Many alumni are in good positions in universities in India, abroad, and other national organizations. On behalf of Physics Department, I again welcome you here and wish great success to all participating teams and other students, as this event will provide a platform to learn many new things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's an honor that we have Professor Hardeep Singh with us today. Professor Hardeep Singh is a professor at the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Guru Nanak Dev University, and he has served the institution through various administrative roles in years. He had been in the position of Dean Students Welfare. In addition to many administrative and coordination roles, he has to his credits thousands of hours of formal classroom teaching, research guidance, and mentoring of postgraduate and doctoral students. So I would now request Professor Hardeep Singh to kindly say a few words.
Very respected the Chief Guest of the morning, Madam Shri, Dr. Dinesh Singh ji, Dr. D.P. Singh, Head of the Department, the faculty members from the various science and other departments, the students, participants, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a matter of immense pleasure and pride for the university that university has been selected as one of the centers for hosting one of the 75 events in this year to commemorate the 75th year of independence of our country. And it's more so because the job that we have been selected for, it relates to science. And it is the contribution of the Department of the Sciences that we are known for, the kind of activities that we undertake, that this particular responsibility has been given to us. You see, if we look around ourselves, if we look around our entire space in the society that we live in, we find many things going wrong. Many misconceptions, many myths are ruling our day-to-day lives. One of the best ways to overcome all these evils is to look at the happenings around us in a scientific way. The problem with the science, probably the teaching of the science right now, unfortunately, with all due regards to the teacher of the sciences, is that science or the sciences are being taught as good or as bad as any other subject down the line. Sciences are not to be taught only, sciences are to be felt. Sciences are to be experienced upon. Only the science can be learnt that way. I always say that one temper that you should never lose is the scientific temper. It is the temper or inclination or your attitude to look at the things in a rational and explainable ways. Whatever is happening to us, knowingly, unknowingly, willingly, unwillingly, is science. Whether we eat something, whether we breathe air, whether we look at the light, or whether we sleep or wake up, everything is governed by a few principles of physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, and something else. Why ignore science then? It's high time we highlight the use and the role of the science being played on day-to-day lives. And it is a good effort on the part of the various bodies, the government bodies, to initiate this effort and to propagate these ideas of day-to-day science to the younger minds, catch them young. At this particular stage, if we inculcate the rationality of these things which is happening around us, probably we have done most of our jobs of teaching sciences. Unfortunately, it is happening around us. At one particular age, when we say it's a high time for the students to learn the basics and the details of science. At that time, probably the students are running to the various tuition centers to mug up few things to enter into so-called elite colleges of engineering and technology. What we find, I know this is a kind of scenario which is happening all around the country. People tend to study, in quotes, study physics, chemistry, mathematics, or biology in tuition centers without performing a single experiment. Now you can always question this thing, that how can we learn science without experiments? If you don't perform experiments, science is experience, as I said. You do something and yet you learn something. Books are good, we need to know the theory part of it, but theory can only be realized if we do the practical part. And this is not happening. And what is happening in the process is that we tend to produce the engineers and the technocrats without the basis of science. In fact, science is the basis of technology that we look at around us. Anything that is happening, we are using mobile phones, we are using laptops, we are using TV sets. Anything that we use is based on the scientific principles. So if science is an integral part of our life, then why ignore the science? So that is the process, and hope that this is the kind of situation that we are in, and this is a high time we reignite the fire in the students to learn science. It is not that you have to become a formal student of a particular degree to learn science. Science can be learned on day-to-day observation. It is like your curiosity, which is, had Newton not shown the curiosity of falling apple, had James Watt not shown the curiosity of steaming kettle, things would have been different today. Things would have been different today. So it is basically the curiosity of the things that we are looking around in an explainable way. Try to ask the question yourself. Try to ask the question to your peers or your teachers, why this is happening, how it is happening, and so on and so forth. So it will start a kind of a journey of knowledge. And this is what is required at this point of time, that we need to inculcate into our younger minds the habit of asking the questions without any fear from anybody they like to. So that curiosity part is not, it doesn't become dead in their minds. So that curiosity part has to be ignited. So that is very, very important thing. I don't care whether you are interested in any particular type of, say, science, life science, the physical sciences, the chemistry, physics, or any other type, or applied sciences. According to me, there cannot be one distinct science as such. It has an integrated role to play. We cannot say we are interested only in a particular part of science. Science learning has to be an integrated part of this thing. I normally say that whenever you go to the various schools at this particular age, when the students are the 5th, 6th, 7th standard, most of the students tend to fear the subject of mathematics. Fear the mathematics because it is not taught in a proper way it should have. It is such an interesting subject. If you try to give real-life examples, there are n number of examples which can be said in the case of mathematics. Mathematics is the mother of all sciences. As Dinesh will tell you more than that because he is from mathematics himself. But then, mathematics is the mother of all sciences. And if we are not teaching mathematics in one particular way, how can we teach the sciences? So basically what I'm trying to convey to the younger minds out here in those teams who are participating, those participants who are present here, and those who are going to come in coming days as well, that try to live science. It is not that every time we are looking at things and trying to explain, but if you look at certain type of phenomena around you happening, sunlight coming, water flowing, air flowing nearby you, and you eat the food that you, where it comes from, where does it go, how it is happening, why it is happening, when it is happening, and so on and so forth. So automatically the science will come. It has to be basically inquisitive mind. I don't say that we have to read the complex theorems or complex theories to learn science. Science is basically fundamentally very simple thing. Basically inquisitiveness. That is your curiosity to know more and more things. And that is what we want to ignite or reignite at this point of time. This is probably what is known as the objective associated with the activities of this type. Over period of 7 days, probably the people are going to be participating in the various types of events. They are going to be exposed to various types of, say, lectures or various demonstrations, so that they go further and then they spread the word that this is how the rationality in our living can be brought back. And that is a very, very important thing. It's a very good idea that as a part of commemoration of our 75th Independence Day, we are also remembering science. And science is being used as one of the ways to propagate a particular level of education, particular form of education to our countrymen in the different parts of the country. It's a very good idea. But science is a continuous process. It does not start with 75th, it will not end with 75th occasion of this time. So let us pledge that science will continue. And it's been continuing for ages, and it will continue for ages. It is one particular point where we are to introspect that where we have reached. Are we doing enough? Yes, no. And then how to charter the next course of action. I hope this particular activity will, these particular activities in times to come will be useful in carrying out this particular thought process further. One thing I like to mention at this particular point, the particular agency involved in our university, the particular unit involved in our university for carrying out this kind of activities is a science club. And it's very efficiently being headed by Dr. Bindya Arora of Physics Department for quite some time now. Many activities, it is not that this is a kind of activity we are hosting for the first time. Many big or small activities have already taken place, but this has always been an initiative of our administration, especially when the Vice-Chancellor took over about 4.5 years ago. He had an idea that students actually tend to spend their idle time in a wasteful manner. Sit around, go to mobile, look at internet for useless purposes. Why not utilize their free time in purposeful purposes? So we created about 12, 13 clubs for that particular purpose. Science is one of those clubs. We have Go Green Club, we have Adventure Club, we have Movie Club and Music Club and so on, to channelize the energies of the students in a useful manner. And happy to mention here, every club is performing in a very, very efficient manner. And of course, the Science Club, it stands out for the kind of activities being done. So it will be a boost to the activities of the Science Club that we are organizing this kind of activity here. Let this particular temper flow, and let us not lose this temper, that is the scientific temper. So wishing you all the very best. I personally feel those teams who are participating are already winners, because participation is more important than winning first or second position. So I congratulate everyone who is participating in this, and my best wishes for the organizer. We are all here to help you out wherever our help is needed. Wish that this kind of activities will be happening very frequently at our campus also, and we will be participating all for the furtherment of science. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I request you to kindly stay on stage for this. Professor D.P. sir. Okay, thank you, sir. And I greatly agree that science should be celebrated every day, not just this week or just 75. It's just a number given. So we should celebrate science every day. And thank you for your enlightening remarks. I request Professor D.P. Singh, head of the department, to kindly present a moment. Our chief guest, Professor Dinesh Singh, he needs no introduction. Professor Dinesh Singh is Padma Shri awardee by the President of India, one of the highest civilian awards of the Government of India. He is currently the Chancellor of K.R. Mangalam University and was formerly the Vice-Chancellor of University of Delhi from 2010 to 2015. He has served as the Director of South Campus, University of Delhi. He is also a distinguished chair professor. He has honorary doctorates from the University of Edinburgh, National University of Ireland, University of Houston, and National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra. He was the member of Scientific Advisory Committee from 2011 to 18 in Union Cabinet, Government of India. Professor Dinesh was the President of Ramanujan Mathematical Society, India's premier mathematical society from 2016 to 19. He is the receiver of AMU Prize of the Indian Mathematical Society, Career Award of the University Grants Commission, Ramasamy Iyer Award Lecture, Indian Mathematical Society. He has served on the jury of Jananpath Award, one of the India's most prestigious literary awards. He has pioneered several new ideas in the realm of education and on the role of technology in education. He has delivered numerous prestigious invited public and keynote lectures on education, on policy towards economic growth, on mathematics, and on Gandhi. He has published numerous mathematical research papers in international journals, and his mathematical work is cited in several books, monographs, and papers. He earned his bachelor's and master's degree in mathematics from St. Stephen's College. He obtained his PhD degree from the Imperial College from London, and he is a student of Gandhian philosophy. He is avidly fond of literature in English, Hindi, and Urdu. He has keen interest in sports and has been a college color holder in volleyball. He is currently setting up a pioneering idea in education in the form of Internet College and the College of Startups. He is also working on a book dealing with India in the 21st century. Sir, it is really an honor that we have you among us today, and thank you for accepting our invitation to inaugurate this. I now request Professor Dinesh Singh to officially inaugurate the Science Week Festival and kindly say a few words to our young minds.
Mentioned, I'm a mathematician, and mathematics is connected with several disciplines. और मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा जब मेरे पहले जो वक्तव्य हुए हैं, and I hope मेरी आदत है मैं कभी कभी हिंदी में फिसल जाता हूँ, तो आपको समझ में आती होगी हिंदी। अच्छा तो होता कि मैं पंजाबी में भी बोलता, पंजाबी समझ लेता हूँ खूब, बोलना उतना नहीं आता है। पर मुझे बहुत पसंद आया जो पहले वक्तव्य हुए हैं कि साइंस क्या है। वो साइंस हमारे संसार में समाई हुई है, सब कुछ विज्ञान है, ज्ञान और विज्ञान। आप देखिए विज्ञान में ज्ञान है और बिना ज्ञान के विज्ञान नहीं हो सकता. So it is essential that all of us, no matter where we are, no matter what we do in life, we understand the spirit of science. And India has a glorious tradition in that. आज मेरा ये मकसद नहीं है कि मैं आपको अवगत कराऊं भारत की परंपरा क्या रही है विज्ञान के क्षेत्र में. But still, I want to give you a little bit of a glimpse so that you will understand that in your DNA, in your genes, lies a spirit that has taken this country forward for centuries. आपके जहन में क्या समाया है? करण में झांकिए और अपने से पूछिए, क्या मैंने अपने अंदर की आवाज, उस ईश्वर की बोली, उस अंतर आत्मा की ध्वनि को पकड़ लिया कि नहीं? क्या मैं पकड़ने के ओर बढ़ रहा हूं या बढ़ रही हूं? It is important that you do that. And only then will you find fulfillment in life. Success, failure तो मुझे मालूम नहीं है. रामानुजन जब गणित करने चले तो उन्होंने ये थोड़े पूछा आपने से कि मैं सक्सेस बनूंगा कि फेलियर हो जाऊंगा. वो तो गणित में लीन हो गए. वो गणित की भक्ति में उनके लिए उनका गणित धर्म था. अपना अपना धर्म निकालिए. धर्म का वो जो एक नैरो डेफिनेशन है वो भी अच्छा है, धर्म जिसको हम रिलीजन कहते हैं, परंतु हर व्यक्ति विशेष का एक स्वधर्म होता है. वो अंतरात्मा की आवाज से निकलता है. उसको पहचानिएगा तो आप हर दृष्टिकोण से सक्सेसफुल हो जाएंगे, क्योंकि यू विल बी सेल्फ फुलफिल्ड. आपको फुलफिलमेंट मिलेगा. रामानुजन सक्सेसफुल थे क्या जिंदगी में? खाने को नहीं मिलता था, रहने की जगह नहीं थी, कई बार भूखे रह जाते थे, तो सक्सेसफुल तो नहीं थे. आज के मामले में किसको सक्सेस कहते हैं? बढ़िया गाड़ी हो, घर अच्छा हो, आगे पीछे लोग दौड़े. वो तो गरीबी में पल रहे थे और जानते थे कि जब तक इतिहास रहेगा, जब तक ये संसार रहेगा, जब तक भारत रहेगा, जब तक गणित रहेगा, रामानुजन रहेंगे. इसी को अमरता की ओर आप सब बढ़िए. मैं आपको इतिहास की बात बता रहा हूं. मैंने उससे परिचर्चा करके परिकल्पना से लाना जहां मृत्यु न हुई. वो समझ गई महिला कि ये तो निसर्ग का नियम है. तो उतार चढ़ाव, कष्ट, हर्ष सब कुछ आएगा जीवन में. मार्ग से मत हटो. यही रामानुजन ने सिखाया, यही सीवी रमन ने सिखाया, यही माइकल फैराडे ने सिखाया. वैज्ञानिक साइंस नोज नो बाउंड्रीज. फैज अहमद फैज का एक शेर है, उसको भी उतार लो जहन में. मेरा कहीं कयाम क्या, मेरा कहीं मकाम क्या, मेरा सफर है दर वतन, मेरा वतन है दर सफर. ये साइंस को अप्लाई करता है. साइंस नोज नो बाउंड्रीज, नॉलेज नोज नो बाउंड्रीज. आप उसे जहन में उतारो और उसका लाभ उठाओ. माइकल फैराडे, the greatest scientist of his time and one of the greatest in the history of the world, दूसरी जमात के आगे पढ़ नहीं सके थे. दूसरी जमात में छोड़ दी पढ़ाई. गरीबी इतनी थी कि खाने को उनको भी नहीं मिलता था. और माइकल फैराडे की यह हालत थी कि 14 साल की उम्र में अंत में माता पिता ने मजबूर होकर उनको अप्रेंटिस बना दिया. कहां बनाया? उनको अप्रेंटिस बनाया एक बुक बाइंडर के यहाँ. कभी कभी लगता है ऊपर वाला भी देखता है कि ये मेरा बच्चा है, जाको राखे साइयां मार सके ना कोई. ऊपर वाले का हाथ था. वो ब्लैक स्मिथ के यहाँ भी जा सकते थे. बुक बाइंडर के यहाँ गए. वहां क्या देखा? किताबें आती थी बाइंड होने के लिए. जिज्ञासा अंदर थी. दैट्स द लेसन आई वांट यू टू इम्बाइब. एक जो प्रोफेसर अमित ने कहा, हाथों का प्रयोग, जिज्ञासा. दूसरा लेसन याद करके रखो. यू हैव टू बी. ही सेड दैट. आप आगे पीछे इस संसार को देखो. साइंस हर जगह है. धूप आती है, धूप की छाया से कभी सोचा कि पृथ्वी की दूरी सूरज से निकाली जा सकती है? हम सोचते नहीं, क्योंकि जिज्ञासा नहीं है. जिज्ञासा बढ़ाओ. फैराडे को जिज्ञासा थी कि इन पुस्तकों में क्या है. सिर्फ बाइंड नहीं करते थे, खोल के पढ़ने भी लगे और उसी से ही बिकेम माइकल फैराडे, क्योंकि विज्ञान की पुस्तकें जो आती थी विशेष रूप से हम्फ्री डेवी के लेक्चर्स को उन्होंने पूरा पढ़ डाला और फिर हाथों के प्रयोग से क्या नहीं उन्होंने बना के दिखाया। और अगर आप सोचते हो कि ये सिर्फ मैं 2-4 उदाहरण दे रहा हूं, इतिहास में जितने लोगों ने, साइंस ही नहीं, जिन्होंने कुछ भी हासिल किया, बाबा जी, गुरु नानक, जिनके आगे मैं रोज मत्था टेकता हूं, बचपन से इतना जोर देते थे हाथों के प्रयोग में, सबसे कहते थे कि मेरे साथ खेत में काम करो, श्रम दो। कबीर जुलाहा थे, ईसा मसीह was apprenticed to his father as a carpenter, पैगंबर साहब चरवाहा थे, महात्मा गांधी चरखा चलाते थे, आइजैक न्यूटन was a magnificent craftsman, साइंस में उन्होंने लाइट, पढ़ो उनका जीवन, एक और सबक, जीवनी पढ़ो, read the biographies of all the great people, not just scientists, बहुत सीखने को मिलेगा। न्यूटन बचपन से अपने हाथों से तमाम चीजों का निर्माण करते थे। लाइट में जब उनकी जिज्ञासा बढ़ी तो लाइट के लिए उन्होंने जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स बनाए, जिससे लाइट की लॉज जो उन्होंने निकाली, इनवर्स स्क्वायर लॉ, याद रखिएगा, उसी के आधार पर उन्होंने ग्रेविटेशन की लॉ निकाली। इट वॉज ए इमेजिनेटिव गेस दैट लेड हिम टू द इनवर्स स्क्वायर लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन from the inverse square law of light. Do you see how one thing leads to the other? But the best part is, as I told you, that he invented all his instruments himself. आपको लगता है शायद वो अकेले थे साइंस में या फैराडे अकेले थे? I'm sure you don't know this, क्योंकि मैंने इंग्लैंड में बड़े बड़े वैज्ञानिकों से भी पूछा, उनको भी नहीं मालूम था कि एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन was an extraordinarily gifted craftsman. आपको मालूम है कि उन्होंने पीएचडी कर ली थी फिजिक्स में, पिताजी फैक्ट्री चलाते थे इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक्स की, बीमार पड़ गए पिताजी तो आइंस्टाइन फैक्ट्री मैनेज करने लगे और इतना अच्छा मैनेजर थे कि एक वक्त आया उन्होंने सोचा मैं छोड़ देता हूं फिजिक्स, यही मेरा जीवन बन जाएगा। वो आइंस्टाइन इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेट्स के थ्रू ग्रेविटेशन में गया। More importantly, did you know he had more than 10 inventions to his credit? The world's first automatic camera was invented by Einstein. The world's first modern safe refrigerator was invented by Einstein, जिसने की इतनी बड़ी थियरी बनाई ग्रेविटेशन को लेकर, रिलेटिविटी की, उस आइंस्टाइन ने आपको हमको कैमरा और रेफ्रिजरेटर भी दिया। क्यों कह रहा हूं? इससे मत संकुचाओ, हिचकाओ कि नहीं मैं हाथों से कुछ नहीं करूंगा या करूंगी। उलझ जाओ, जिज्ञासा रखो, ट्रांसडिसिप्लिनैरिटी रखो और एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप एक भारत के लिए अवसर आ रहा है अगर इस देश को ऊपर उठाना है तो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप अपने आप जुड़ेगा। समा बदल रहा है, देश में हम सोच रहे हैं कि बच्चों को टेक्नोलॉजी, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, आइडियाज, ट्रांसडिसिप्लिनैरिटी से जोड़ेंगे तो भला होगा। मैंने प्रयोग किए थे वो 2015 में दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में, हमने ऐसे पाठ्यक्रम बनाए थे जिसमें व्यवहारिकता थी, ट्रांसडिसिप्लिनैरिटी थी, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप भी था। अगर आप चाहें एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप की तरफ बढ़ सकते हैं, पूरी एकेडमिक क्रेडिट मिलेगी, आइडिया अच्छी है तो 6 लाख तक की सहायता भी। उस काल के बने हुए हमारे स्टार्टअप्स अमेरिका में इस समय $100 मिलियन कमा चुके हैं और दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी के कैंपस में उस काल के, उसके बाद नहीं कुछ हुआ, 50 करोड़ के स्टार्टअप्स अभी सक्सेसफुल हुए हैं। और यह यूनिवर्सिटी अगुवाई करती रही है, आज भी कर रही है। इसकी स्पिरिट बरकरार है। कल मैं आपके बच्चों से मिला था, अलग अलग स्टूडेंट्स से, अत्यंत प्रभावशाली, क्या सोच है, और सिर्फ विज्ञान को लेकर नहीं सर, उनकी सोच विस्तृत है, लिबरल है। इसी मिट्टी ने भारत का हमेशा भला किया, भारत की रक्षा की है, अगुवाई की है। इस मिट्टी से इतने बड़े बड़े वैज्ञानिक उत्पन्न हुए, आपको मालूम नहीं है। आज मैं सबका नाम नहीं ले सकता, पर यहां से ज्यादा दूर पे नहीं, एक बहुत बड़े वैज्ञानिक अब 90 के ऊपर चले गए, उन्होंने भारत का बड़ा हिट किया, वो यहीं से पैदा हुए। ऐसे तमाम है। So I urge you to take advantage You owe this to yourself, to your country and to God. To do the best that you can to fulfill yourselves. खुद को ठीक करो, सब ठीक हो जाएगा. That's all I wish to say. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
थैंक यू सर. और भारत के विज्ञान और प्रौद्योगिकी में जो हमारे योगदान रहे हैं उसकी पूरी यात्रा कराने के लिए मैं आपकी बहुत बहुत आभारी हूँ. और आपने जो प्रेरक टिप्पणियाँ हमारे साथ आज शेयर की हैं उसके लिए भी मैं बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ आपका. और मैं ये जो 7 दिनों का हमारा पूरा त्यौहार मैं कहूँगी, साइंस त्यौहार विज्ञान का, उसकी थोड़ी सी डिटेल्स देना चाहती हूँ बच्चों के साथ. 7 दिनों के अलग अलग 7 इवेंट हैं. आज हमारा ग्रैंड इनॉग्रेशन था. कल हमारी जो थीम है वो है फ्रॉम द एनल्स ऑफ हिस्ट्री, जिसमें हमारे 2 टॉक्स होंगे फ्रॉम प्रोफेसर अनीश दुआ, प्रोफेसर इन ज़ूलॉजी, एंड डॉक्टर हरजीत सिंह फ्रॉम ISRO त्रिवेंद्रम. और कल हमारा जो मेन अट्रैक्शन रहेगा वो रहेगा एक मैजिक शो, साइंस मैजिक शो है, जो प्रोफेसर के धर्मवीर फ्रॉम पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी वो आकर हमें बच्चों को साइंस के साथ कुछ ऐसी मैजिक और जादू वाली चीज़ें दिखाने वाली हैं. तो जो बच्चे यहाँ आए हैं मैं उन सबको बोलना चाहती हूँ कि सिर्फ आज का एक ये दिन नहीं है, ये हम पूरा 6 दिन सेलिब्रेट करने वाले हैं एंड एवरीवन इज़ इनवाइटेड फॉर दैट. डे 3 का हमारा थीम है माइलस्टोन्स इन साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, जिसमें हमारे एक्सपर्ट लेक्चर श्री गुरविंदर सिंह SCL चंडीगढ़ से हैं. और 2 कॉम्पिटिशन्स हैं, साइवॉक साइंटिफिक फैंसी ड्रेस कॉम्पिटिशन स्कूल के बच्चों के लिए, और विबग्योर साइंटिफिक रंगोली कॉम्पिटिशन कॉलेज के बच्चों के लिए. 4th डे का थीम है स्वदेशी पारंपरिक विज्ञान और प्रौद्योगिकी. उसमें एक्सपर्ट लेक्चर है डॉक्टर कामिनी वालिया ICMR दिल्ली से. और हमारा साइंस मॉडल कंपटीशन है, एग्जीबिशन कम कंपटीशन साई वॉर्स स्कूल के बच्चों के लिए, और पोस्टर कंपटीशन कॉलेज के बच्चों के लिए. 5th डे हमारा सेलिब्रेट होगा साइंस लिटरेरी फेस्टिवल, जहाँ पर हम एक साइंस कम्युनिकेशन बुक रिलीज करेंगे नेम्ड आकृति. दिस विल बी डन बाय प्रोफेसर SS बहल फ्रॉम डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ आर्किटेक्चर गुरु नानक देव यूनिवर्सिटी. ही इज़ अ रिनोन्ड पंजाबी पोएट एंड राइटर एज वेल. उसके बाद एक छोटा सा हमारा वैज्ञानिक नाटक है, जो ड्रामा क्लब, जैसे प्रोफेसर हरदीप सर ने बताया कि हमारे बहुत सारे क्लब्स हैं, तो हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी के ड्रामा क्लब ने एक छोटा सा नाटक तैयार किया है विज्ञान के ऊपर. और उसके बाद हमारा एक कंपटीशन है साइंटिफिक स्टोरी राइटिंग कंपटीशन स्कूल और कॉलेज के बच्चों के लिए. 6ठे दिन जो है थीम्ड द रोड अहेड फॉर नेक्स्ट 25 ईयर्स ऑफ इंडियन साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी. उसमें हम एक आइडिया पिचिंग कंपटीशन कर रहे हैं स्कूल और कॉलेज के बच्चों के लिए, जहाँ पर वो अपने विजन शेयर करेंगे कि आगे आने वाले 25 सालों में वो इंडिया की साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी कैसे एनविजन करते हैं. और वी हैव एन एक्सपर्ट लेक्चर फ्रॉम प्रोफेसर
भैया इतना अंधेरा क्यों है? यार किधर बैठी जाना अरे यार किधर है यहाँ बैग है फिर छड़ पर उतर मैं ओ कुत्ते पंख चल रहे हैं यार अंदर आके नहीं बात हुई है हाँ फोन के लिए
Oranges, also called mandarin, are the most dominant member of citrus group of fruits, with 3 species grown commercially in India. Mandarin orange, that is Citrus reticulata, sweet orange Citrus sinensis, and acid lime Citrus aurantifolia. These are mostly grown in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Assam, Odisha, West Bengal, Rajasthan, Nagaland, and Arunachal Pradesh. Being rich in vitamin C, A and B, and phosphorus, oranges have a very high potential for value addition. Besides, it is a main source of peel oil, citric acid, and cosmetics, which have international value. No wonder the domestic citrus industry is the 3rd largest fruit industry after mango and banana. Regular intake of orange increases immunity, lowers cholesterol, improves digestion, and regulates blood pressure. Besides nutritional benefits, orange is a diabetic-friendly fruit with glycemic index as low as 43 and glycemic load as 5 only. Level growing. Oranges are unique in getting geographical indicator, that is coveted GI tag, for its special cultivars grown in specific regions. Coorg oranges, also called Coorg mandarin, have got GI tag due to their properties. Value addition of star fruit is a simple process. star fruit is washed and finally cut into small pieces and boiled for making juice, pickle and squash out of it. Once it is boiled, it is kept to cool overnight. Pickle is prepared by fermenting the pulp with acetic acid and mixing it with spices. Its popular, novel taste and flavor has made the pickle a darling of farmers in these states. Soybean is popularly called meat without bones because it is packed with protein very similar to the protein in meat, dairy products and eggs. Soybeans are rare in having nearly all the essential amino acids that make up proteins. It generally contains 38% protein, which is 3 times more than eggs and 12 times more than milk. Soybean contains isoflavones that have been shown to help in preventing cardiovascular diseases, certain cancers, osteoporosis and other similar conditions. Japanese men are known to have the lowest number of prostate cancer in the world, and their wives have low rates of breast cancer, osteoporosis and menstrual problems. Reason being, soybeans are the main part of their diet. Common soybean food products include soy sauce, soy milk, soy paneer called tofu, and above all, soybean oil. Value addition of soybean is generally carried out in well-equipped production units where it is washed thoroughly after grading. The washed soybean is pushed through high jet stream water, pushing it into the feeding tank, grinding it into powder form and extracting soya milk out of it. It is popular among masses due to its high protein content and other nutritional benefits. Soya is grinded and moved to washing tanks, from where it is pushed from pipelines to preparing tank for drying up of soya paste. Wet soya paste is made to fall from top inside preparing tank, and stream of hot air is blown over the falling paste, which makes it dry. This is how fine powder of soy milk is made. Quality checks are regularly done after packing of value-added products. A close check is maintained to keep a watch on the nutritional content and quality intact. Owing to science and technology interventions, soybean has emerged as one of the most popular crop for value addition. In our next halt, we witnessed an amazing success story of value addition in pineapple. Pineapple, scientifically called as Ananas commercis, is one of the most important tropical fruits grown in the northeastern part of India. India is the 5th largest producer of pineapple that has unique taste and flavor. It is a delight to eat fresh pineapple, but its juice is equally yummy and refreshing, loaded with nutrients and beneficial enzymes. Pineapple is rich in vitamin C, which ensures good oral health and increases immunity. It is low in fat and cholesterol, hence an ideal constituent of low-calorie diet for weight loss. Being rich in fibers, it makes bowel movement regular and easy. Pineapples are quite rich in manganese, thus enhance growth of healthy bones and tissues. The bromelain or bromelain enzyme present in pineapple has found use in many food products and also in some industries such as manufacturing of paints and leather tanning process. Fibers obtained from pineapple leaves are now finding use in manufacturing of novel fabrics. Botanically, pineapple fruit is actually a bunch of fruitlets fused together. Once it flowers, the individual fruits or flowers, which may be 200 or more, join together to create a pineapple. Pineapple plant can produce only one fruit or pineapple in one season. Hence, pineapple is neither an apple nor a pine. It is actually a berry. And in the wild, pineapple plants can live and produce fruits up to 50 years. They are international symbol for welcome and are a symbolic way of saying that someone is perfect when presented to them. Hence, gate posts and door frames often have pineapple to welcome. Pineapple plants have amazing power to regenerate. Even a part of leaf, if placed under soil, can grow into a new plant, coming to its delicious and nutritious food products including juices, jam and other canned products are high in demand besides its pulp and frozen juice concentrate. Fresh fruits of pineapple are used to processing and value addition. Peeled off pineapple is cut into small pieces to make juice and squash. Finely cut pieces of fruits are mashed along with added flavors. Pineapple squash is mixed with preservatives and flavors to increase its shelf life of squash. Pineapple squash is a high demand product in country as well as in overseas markets. Pineapple jam is also a high demand value added product made from raw fruit. Pulp of the fruit is heated thoroughly to allow it to solidify. Jam is ready to be packed and is bottled in sterilized glass bottles. Grown in semi-arid tropical conditions in states like Bihar, Odisha, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Assam. India is the largest producer of this unique fruit and the only nation growing it on commercial basis. Moreover, tamarind has also immense uses in the area of medicine, as it has properties to help cure jaundice, liver problems, and cholera. The pulp, leaves, and bark of tamarind trees are used in natural remedies. Tamarind is a... So we started discovering ways to educate farmers to start making different value-added products out of it. We also taught farmers about different scientific aspects involved in value addition so that they can gain knowledge and know its importance. Tamarind trees are huge, which are readily found all across the country. Fruits have distinctive taste with sweetness and sourness in right proportion. Fibers acts as protector from